Hello, it's me again. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you all, in a lot more depth, how I do my roofs in Minecraft. So we're going to be taking our builds from something a bit like this, into something that looks a little bit more like this. And I promise you, it's super easy. Quick disclaimer before we start, I am definitely not the original creator of this roof pattern. I have seen it floating about on Pinterest for years, so this is just my interpretation of that roof pattern, and full credits to the original creator. Blocks wise, we're going to be using tough brick stairs, tough brick half slabs, polished granite, bricks, grass blocks, moss blocks, azalea leaves, and some stripped oak wood. So first things first, we're going to be using some tough brick stairs. We're going to go one block up and one block out from where the framework is. And we're going to be building all the way around the edge of the build. But we're going to leave a gap on the left hand side and the right hand side, and also leave a gap on the front as well. And once that's all done, we are going to set up our roof arches. So working on the left hand side of the build, we're going to be placing an upside down stair underneath each of the upside down stairs that are sticking out just here. And we're going to place another upside down stair on the back of each of those original stair blocks, if that makes sense. On top of the upside down stair, we're going to place down a block and then a stair on top of that block. Into the back of that stair, we're going to place an upside down stair, then another block on top of that, and another stair on top of that block. From there, we're going to do a pattern of upside down stair, then a stair, an upside down stair, another stair, upside down stair, stair, and that's one half of the roof arch finished. And then we've got to repeat that on the other side. So onto the upside down stair we've already placed down, we're placing down a block and a stair. To the back of the stair we're placing an upside down stair, a block and a stair. Then just a pattern of upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair. And just like that we've got one side very nearly done. But as you can see we've got a one block gap to fix. So we'll fill that in with a block, another block on top of that, and then to the front of that top block we're going to place an upside down stair. And we're going to do that exact same thing in the 9 block gap on the opposite side of the build. I'm not going to talk through this entire bit here, I'll just let you guys sit and watch. But if you're feeling like you need another little reminder, feel free to just skip back. And here's how we're looking with the 2 larger arches all finished. As previously mentioned, the roof arch on the front is much smaller than the other 2, having only a 7 block gap rather than a 9 block gap, but the pattern stays near enough the same. So on each side we're having upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, then we're going to have a block, a stair, an upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair, and we'll repeat that exact same thing for the other half of the roof arch. Then of course we're going to join them together with 2 blocks and an upside down stair. And there we have the roof arches all finished. To the underside of the roof frame we're going to go ahead and on every other block we're going to place down a tough brick half slab. I love doing this personally, I think it's just an extra little bit of detail to add into your roof. And of course not forgetting the back of the build. I don't really know why I bothered including this because I don't think I actually show the back of the build for the rest of the video. But anyway, moving on to filling the roof in now. I'm starting off by just using some bricks, and on every whole block and upside down stair in each roof arch I'm going to be placing down a block. I've said this like a million times before, I do this personally just because when I'm filling in my roof I find that it helps me to not sort of get lost and to make sure that everything joins together smoothly. And then from there we can just start filling the roof in with those bricks. As you can probably tell, I don't really do this with any kind of rhyme or reason. And yeah, I'll check back in again once the roof's all filled in. And that's the main part of the roof all filled in. Now is the time that I'd probably blab on about tidying the inside of the build up, but today I'm just going to get it all done with the power of editing, just because I don't think it's really relevant to this video. Obviously you can leave the roof as it is with just bricks, but now's the time that I usually like to spruce it up a little bit by just sporadically adding in a few blocks that are the same sort of colour, but with a different texture to what we built the roof in. So as you can see, I've decided to go in with some polished granite, I don't really know how you say it, but it has a really similar colour to the bricks and it kind of just breaks the texture up a bit. And here's how we're looking so far. Once again, you could just leave it here if you're going for a more simple look, but as we all know at this point, I am very, very extra, and so we're going to be adding some moss to the inner and outer corners of the build. As per usual, I'm not really following any kind of pattern for this, I'm just going for it and then just adjusting it to my liking. And as I mentioned before, we're going to be adding this to the inner corners of the roof and also to the outermost points as well. And around the edges of those moss patches, we're just going to be adding in a few grass blocks as well. This is just again to add in a little bit more texture, because if you know me, you'll know that I absolutely love builds that are quite busy looking and have a lot going on blocks wise. Once again, on those mossy patches, we're going to be adding in some azalea leaves, and we're also going to replace a few of the roof blocks with the azalea leaves as well, just to let a little bit of light through. And I completely forgot to mention earlier, but if you're doing this build in survival mode, it might be a little bit easier to incorporate the moss and the smooth granite and all of the other blocks that we're adding into the roof as you're going along. But because I'm in creative mode and I also like making life difficult for myself, I'm going to be doing it this way. And here's how we're looking. We are so close to being finished. Now to all of the moss parts, we're going to go ahead with some tall grass, regular grass and some ferns and just pop them on the top. And just like we did when placing down the moss itself, I find that just going for a completely random pattern for this works the best. Oh, and if you were wondering, no, you are not going to be seeing the back of the build for the rest of this video. A, I'm lazy, and B, whatever goes on at the back of the build is frankly just not my business. But anywho, to the top of the roof we're going to be doing an alternating pattern of tough bricks and tough brick half slabs. And this is to make a sort of little ridge pattern on the top. And we can't forget to do the same to the smaller roof arch as well. And that, my friends, is the roof pattern all finished. I hope that was at least somewhat helpful and I hope you all enjoyed. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.